When I was 13, all I wanted in life was to have a job. My brother, who was 16 at the time, was working at Jack in the Box, and it made me want to do the same. Watching him drive around and get sushi with his friends, and being able to buy whatever he wanted, I just knew I had to get a job. But how was I going to do that? I was only 13, and most places didn't hire people 16 years old. I had watched countless make money as a teen videos up until I was 15, but none of them really helped. They all told me to do online servers that paid close to nothing and to start mowing people's lawns, which I didn't even know how to do. But as soon as I turned 15, I knew I could finally get what I wanted, a part-time job. It wasn't easy, but after a month of trying, I managed to get a job at a fast food joint called Steak and Shake. I'm sure there are many other teens out there wanting to get a head start in the real world, like I did, who just don't know how to get hired. So let me begin by giving you advice and tips on how to get a job at 15, as opposed to waiting until you're 16 years old. The first step is to go onto Word or Google Docs and make a very short resume. On the resume, you'll want to include your name, address, contact info, any skills you have such as organization or speaking skills, awards you have been given, especially educational awards, and the high school you currently go to. Put the high school under a tab called Education and put in high school at the top like I have done in this example resume. From there, you'll want to put the school and city below it, as well as when you started school up until present. For the experience portion of the resume, you can either add any volunteer work you may have done with a nonprofit, otherwise you can just write none. The last step is to add your birth date below your contact info and another line that says authorized to work in the US for any employer. This is how you will indicate to employers that you're 15 but still capable of working. With your new resume made, you can now go to Indeed.com. From there, you'll want to start applying for any job that either does not have an age requirement listed or that says you have to be 16. Again, even if it says you have to be 16, go ahead and apply to it anyways, since not all employers actually enforce that. If it says you have to be 18, don't worry about applying. Chances are they won't even hire a 16 or 17-year-old who apply for that. After a while, you should have applied to a decent amount of restaurants, stores, or fast food joints that look for teen workers. For instance, I applied for Blaze Pizza, Steak and Shake, Jack in the Box, Portisub, Starbucks, and so many more. For those on the West Coast, I also highly recommend applying to In-N-Out. Some stores are currently hiring at $15.50, and at least where I live, they start out at $17 an hour, which would be amazing for a 15-year-old. I personally only started at $10 an hour at Steak and Shake. After applying for all of your options, you'll just need to sit and wait a couple days or weeks to hear back from your employers. I was contacted by both Steak and Shake and Jack in the Box for an interview about a week after I had applied to the places. Make sure that over the phone or at the interview, you ensure they are aware of your age. Furthermore, if you do land a job, keep in mind that there are restrictions for those who work under the age of 16. They vary from area to area, but usually have to do with limits on the number of hours you can work in a day or week and the times of day that you can work. It's important that you report any employer who makes you work outside of the laws set in place in your area. I hope that with this guide you are able to get a job that you enjoy. If you are having issues convincing your parents to let you get a job, offer a few points to help convince them to let you. These could include you paying for your own expenses such as hygiene products, gas, or other expenses, or it can involve telling your parents about how working and saving early will help you get ahead of others your age and also allow you to save for a car or a house early and teach you more real-life skills and discipline that you don't really learn about in school. I hope this video has helped you get a job early on so you can set yourself up financially. If you'd like to hear more topics related to finances as a teen, such as how to get a credit card when you're 18, how to begin saving money as a teen, or how to open a bank account, be sure to subscribe and share any topics you'd like to see covered below. Thank you for watching and happy earning!